EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen, Joshua Carty will get it underway. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Viking, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions.
To throw right away. The Lions have got it.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
Okay, break. Let's go.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Come on. Set. Let go.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
Lions 7, Seahawks nothing. Joshua Carty to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Now, give an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Get it. 70 Timber was ready.
From the gun, It's Milroe. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run here with Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ready, ready.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Go.
Once again, it's Walker. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down by Kerryon Arnold. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is second and 6. Here's a handoff to Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Seattle.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. And we can see the results.
Liking 18.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have it first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Hold the ready.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
Panther 6.
On third and goal, Milroe. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to fourth and goal.
A gain of 4 yards.
The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. His kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Project S. This ain't what you want.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Let's go. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a first down.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10.
Here we go. Start. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Good blocking to the 15. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Ready?
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Seahawks 3. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You better reach them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
Ready?
On 1st down, it's Milroe. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Seahawks. 1st down.
1 quarter in the books. 14-3 is the score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Get it. Let go.
On the handoff, this is Walker.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Milroe throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on that 3rd and 4.
the Seahawks.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down. But didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on third.
Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Ready, break.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go.
Now it's Milroe. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's Milroe to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Seahawks.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on. Six. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs.
Number 0, Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm
Hold the set.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He's got room to the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will score. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. And that is a big one. His 32nd touchdown of the year. Setting a new NFL record, one better than LaDainian Tomlinson's 31 in 2006.
17. Lions, 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson in for the sack. He registers number 14 on the year. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
On the jump. Ready?
On the ground is Walker, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Seattle after this. Second down, they need 7.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now Milroe. He'll get this complete to Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12 then. First down, Seattle.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
19, Cowboy 80.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
19.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is gone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Now Milroe on first down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Ready? Stick up.
To the air, it's Milroe. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll have a first down, and definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And he's going to get belted at the end, but he keeps possession of the football. Setting up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Come on. Hit. Cowboy 80. Ready?
This one tapped forward on the pop pass. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12.
Ready?
Milroe. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way. All right, today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't think there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
17-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On the jump. Let's go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Lions first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and a yard.
Let's go now.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he is out of bounds. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Detroit.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. There's a handoff out of the gun. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the mark. No gain.
Brings up second and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 9.
Ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will score! Touchdown, Detroit. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Come on. Set.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope you're put
A big hole. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Lions 28, Seahawks 47.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready? Go!
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Throwing on the run. It's behind his man, and it's incomplete.
Well, in a game that seems like it's gone all in their favor, that's kind of one of the rare cases where this offense didn't appear to be on the same page, because for as good as they have been all day long, this possession at least, they're going to stall out.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
On the set. Here we go. Set.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
On 1st and 10, it's Milroe. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively. to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ready, set.
Second and 10.
Get up. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Out of the gun. It's Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun. It's in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
He's going to be brought down as a short return, and that's where his team will get in possession of the football. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
7 Pirates. Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He'll let one go down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. The Lions will punt this ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
6-yard line.
They go three tight ends here on first and 10. Handoff, running left is Walker. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down. Oh, they took a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3. And a new set of downs.
And the decision to go for it on 4th is short. It's a lot easier, Mike, when you take a look in that huddle and you see the big guys up front. I mean, their ability to continue to win at the point of attack. We've seen it all game long, and when that's the case, you don't need to overthink it. Turn around, hand it to your back, fresh set of downs.
Finding space at the 15. And he'll take this one in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Ready? Go!
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion.
Mustang 19!
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down by a couple of yards. They get 4 on that 3rd and 2.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On the ready.
Now, on 2nd and long.
Get it. Ready,
He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and They've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. This guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
7 Pirates, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. One more time with Walker. And he'll be taken down. Let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So now a big spot coming here. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. His kick is good. He got it. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Here is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger and throwing and completing. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up third down.
He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now they'll set up to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
That's a 32-yard ball. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Open man, right side, he's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes out? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Ready.
The 12's making noise in Seattle before third down. Here we go. One final play. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.